Well, like requirements, you have to be like a permanent resident because I'm an international student just on like a visa or something. So.
To be an officer, you do need to be a citizen because you need to have a license to carry a firearm.
Are you here on a student visa?
Yeah.
So you need to at least have like a green card or something like that to apply. Because when you get that, you know you can apply.
Right now, I have 2 assignments due tomorrow. I'll go to the classroom and go do it. Then today is also career fair, so we'll go around and see what these employers have for international students, and also get their contacts and their business card, their info, in case maybe I have a question in the future I can ask them. So yeah, you guys will see all that in the vlog today. Yeah, we are currently at a career fair, and you know, we have a lot of things going on right now, and I'm saying, yeah, that's what it is. Hello.
Hi there, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. My name is Dixon. I'm a sophomore here.
Excellent.
And an international student. I want to ask you like a few questions if you're interested.
Absolutely, please do.
Yeah. What's the level of education needed to like get into corrections?
Just a high school degree, high school diploma or GED. But if you do have a bachelor's, there's a $2,000 a year annual bonus that you would receive for having a bachelor's degree, so it does help.
Is there an expectation for experience? Do you need to have like experience in the job for you to be
No,
employed?
you have to be at least 19 years old, and you have to be able to attain a license to carry a firearm. But basically, to get into corrections, to be a corrections officer, you would have to go through a 13-week training program, and to get hired for the training program, there's a process of getting hired. Like there's some interviews, there's a psychological evaluation, a physical test, just to make sure you're in shape enough to handle the training. But nothing happens in the training. You know, if you're not healthy, you're not going to be in the training academy anyway.
Okay. What's the job duty associated with a job?
So corrections officer does lots of different things, but the 13 weeks of training gets you ready for life, you know, at the facility, watching the inmates. There's a lot of, you know, just watching, counting, making sure people are in the rooms they need to be in, escorting people to and from, like if they have a medical appointment, which is also in the facility. But then once you're a corrections officer, you can specialize. Like we have officers that just do transportation. We have officers that do investigations or crisis negotiations. So there's lots of different avenues. You can, you know, take extra trainings and specialize and then work in those different areas.
Okay. Is it a full-time job?
Yes.
Okay.
So most of the officers work, they call it a 4 and 2 schedule. So you work 4 days and then you're off 2. You work 4, you're off 2.
Okay.
So it rotates like every 5 to 6 weeks. You have a whole weekend off. You know, sometimes your days off in the middle of the week. But there's different shifts. Like you can do 7 to 3, 3 to 11, or 11 to 7 overnight. So, and you can change your shift every 6 months. Like say you've been working 3 to 11. Every 6 months the shifts go out to bid. So you could, like if you don't like 3 to 11, you can change possibly to one of the other shifts.
Okay.
So you can change it up a little bit.
You spoke about 13 weeks training period.
Yes.
Do you go to a facility together like police, or you go from home?
You live at home. It's 13 weeks at the Worcester County Sheriff's Office, which is in West Boylston. Like we do all the training there, but you still live at home. You don't have to like leave home and sleep in a dorm or whatever. It's all paid training. It's very comprehensive. It's everything that you're going to need, you know, to get started on the job.
Do you currently work there?
Yes.
Do you currently work there?
I do. I work in the HR office, though. I'm not an officer.
What's your opinion about the job?
It's a great place to start, especially for a young person. Especially if you have your degree, you know, you're going to start once you graduate, you're probably making about $30 an hour. You have lots of overtime opportunities. You get that bonus every year for having a degree. And then, you can specialize. You can learn more skills. You can take different trainings. So there's lots of opportunities to advance your career.
Okay.
There's a lot to learn.
Do you have like an internship program?
We do. We hire interns for many different areas. A lot of the community-based programs, we have interns, like doing social work and mental health counseling. That's outside of being a corrections officer.
Is it paid or free?
The internships right now are not paid. You get course credit.
Okay.
But to be a corrections officer, it is a paid training.
All right, thank you. We're active, baby. I'm Dixon.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
You have to be between 19 and 32. You have a high school diploma or GED. I'm assuming you're a student here, so you do, right?
Yeah.
Yes? What? High school diploma or GED. Those are the requirements you need to join the police department.
I have high school certificate, but high school, I'm from Ghana, so that's the high school certificate I have.
Accra?
Yeah, bro.
I was just there last year.
Okay.
Are you here on a student visa?
Yeah.
So you need to at least have a green card or something like that to apply. Okay. When you get that, you can apply. Okay?
Is it a full time?
It's full time, yeah. We don't do part time, please. So all full time. Okay? But we have a few Ghanaian officers, so I'll be waiting for your application.
What's like the training period?
It's 6 months.
6 months.
6 months. We train you about your weapons, everything on your belt and everything. We train you how to drive. Constitutional law, criminal law, de-escalation tactics, fighting tactics, everything. We teach you everything in that 6 months. It's a lot. It's like being in college in 6 months. It's a lot of stuff you can learn. Okay?
What's your opinion on the job and do you enjoy it?
It's not an easy job. I do enjoy the good parts, but sometimes there are a lot of stressful moments too. So you have to make sure that your mental is strong.
Okay.
Right? Because sometimes people are angry, people have bad days, and you are that person that you have to try to help. You have to help them. You have to calm them down. So, yeah, it's not an easy job. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's like someone with a degree? What's like the starting pay?
Sorry, guys.
All right.
So starting without a degree.
With a degree.
It depends on the degree, because we have pay for the
Thank you. Sorry, guys. Thank you. And people.
There's 3 different ones. There's no degree, there's associates, there's bachelors, and there's masters.
So bachelors.
So bachelors, max step would be 94, and that's not including overtime.
Okay.
If you have a master's, it's 98. That's not including overtime. But if you don't have anything, starting is like 68 or something like that a year for the salary, for the year.
For the year, okay.
So it's always good if you have a degree.
What's the duration to transition from like one post to another?
There's no transition period. If you're good at doing something, if you have a natural talent, let's say you just happen to be good at kids, dealing with kids or something like that. They may gravitate you towards maybe a position where you're around kids. If you are a person who's good about getting drugs off the streets or getting guns off the streets, they'll gravitate you towards a unit that deals with things like that. So it's all about what you're good at. Or if you have training in forensics or computer science, like, oh, he has a bachelor's in computer science, let's get him in the computer unit. It all depends, and it varies. So sometimes it could be a year, sometimes it could be 10 years. It depends, all right?
Is there space for like internship?
Internship?
Hell yeah.
Yes, but this table handles internship, data human resources. So whenever there's an opening, if you're interested in either the detective bureau or a crime scene, or I think the courthouse, that's where they do internships. Those are the only 3 that I know.
Is it paid or free?
It's for your phone, bro.
Guys, we are currently done talking to like most of them. And the basic problem to work in the law enforcement agency, you need to be a citizen or at least a permanent resident to be able to become a law enforcement officer. I spoke to corrections, starting pay 64,000 a year. I spoke to the police. If you have a degree, starting pay is 96,000. I spoke to corrections. Correction is actually telling me they pay $30 per hour, bro. Who does that? $30 per hour, meaning if you multiply $30 plus times 40, which is like 40 hours a week, 30 times 40 is 1,200 every week. Bro, I went to school to get a degree and I have to get paid 1,200. This is even without taxes, and taxes is probably 0.92. So I take home $900 every week being in a correction facility. Come on, it's absurd. I don't know if it's for this particular state like Massachusetts or it's for every other state, but this particular price, this particular pay, $30 per hour is crazy. So I made a calculation for 94,000 take home or 96,000 take home. For a police officer, that means every week you get at least 2,500. You get roughly $8,000 in a month. That is also fair. It will help you pay some bills and all that. So we need to talk to the sheriff office once more. The same questions. Then I'll go back to class because I have class. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys when we get to the sheriff's table, because some people are there at the moment, so I need to relax and just reflect. I was just reflecting on the fact that I'm actually paying fees to get a degree in criminal justice, doing well to get a 4.0 GPA before I graduate, and all comes back to me not being a permanent resident or me not being a citizen, so I won't be able to be employed. Come on, guys. Trump, if you win the election, make sure you do something about this, because people actually cross the border into the United States, fight for asylum, and win the asylum position, and get a working permit. And I'm here and I can't even get a working permit. Come on, bro. Chill. What's up? Chill. I can't even get a working permit to be able to work. After paying millions of cedis, thousands of dollars to pay my fees, I won't be able to work even if I graduate with a degree. But someone who goes through the border and become an immigrant, an illegal immigrant, win the asylum case, get a document, and can do whatever he wants to do, work, else I won't be able to work. Come on, this is not fair. That is why there is a lot of immigrants coming into the United States, bro. That is why. Because when I graduate, I can equally go back to Mexico and cross the border, come back to the state.